We'll look at the impact of two important sectors of our economy, the arts and music, and how losses in these fields are impacting workers, families, communities across the country. Their contributions to our economy are frequently and unfairly overlooked. Our economy is in the worst crisis this nation has seen since the Great Depression. Workers are losing jobs at a rate of over 600,000 a month, families are losing income and benefits, and communities are suffering. The unemployment rate has hit a 25-year high. The nonprofit arts and cultural industries inject over $166 billion into our economy each year, according to recent studies by Americans for the Arts. These sectors support 5.7 million jobs and over $104 billion in household income. In many places like my home state of California, for example, the arts and music industries are vital engines of local economies, making up large shares of revenue and providing many employment opportunities. Spending by nonprofit arts and cultural organizations provide work for more than just artists, curators, and musicians. They also directly support builders, plumbers, accountants, printers, and an array of other occupations. Workers in these fields are bearing a disproportionate brunt of this economic tsunami. According to recent research conducted by the National Endowment for the Arts, unemployment in the arts rose at a higher rate than the overall workforce in 2008. In fact, the unemployment rate for artists is double that of other professional workers. In the last quarter of 2008, the unemployment rate by artists grew by 64%, for a total of 129,000 displaced workers. This is playing out even in the most iconic art venues. In January, more than a dozen Broadway shows in New York closed, and Carnegie Hall has cut its schedule down by 10%. In Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Art Museum announced it would eliminate 30 positions. The Miami City Ballet has cut 53 of its dancers. Right here in D.C., the Smithsonian has instilled a hiring freeze. The community theaters across the country, from Massachusetts to South Carolina, from Baltimore to San Francisco, are closing the doors. Without the contributions and influence of the arts, our economy suffers greatly. Families suffer from layoffs, lost income, and purchasing power. When we talk about the arts and music, we're not just talking about artists and musicians. We're also talking about museums and galleries and symphonies and orchestras, communities, theaters, and nonprofits that shape our neighborhoods, our towns, and our cities. This industry helps attract audience, spurs local business development, stimulating learning in classrooms. Research shows that when students are exposed to arts and music, they perform better in other subjects. President Obama has made it clear that the arts and music have a critical role in improving our workforce, our schools, and our quality of life. Arts and music and other cultural activities bring out our creativity and make us richer as individuals and communities. For this very reason, President Obama's economic recovery plan included $50 million in investment of save jobs in the arts and supplement declines in charitable giving and keep cultural activities thriving in the communities. He isn't the first president to recognize the importance of promoting the arts economy in times of recession. President Roosevelt made arts a focal point of his New Deal to lift the nation out of the Great Depression. His goal was to create programs that would help every American, no matter how poor, how hungry, or how desperate. He created the WPA administration. This included creating government relief programs for 10,000 unemployed artists, who helped create 100,000 easel paintings, 18,000 sculptures, 13,000 prints, and 4,000 murals and other works of art that have helped enrich our nation. When Harry Hopkins, who President Roosevelt tasked to run the program, was questioned about it, he responded, "Hell, they've got to eat just like any other people." Many of these murals can still be seen in schools, post offices, and other government buildings. In my district, the Vacaville Post Office proudly displays Fruit Season, oil painting by Emmerich Nicholson portraying the agricultural culture at that time of that community. Today's hearings kicks off a series our committee will be holding this spring to examine how arts and music can help rebuild our towns and cities, spur economic growth, and how they can help improve student learning. I look forward to hearing from our witnesses about supporting the arts and music can help us build a stronger America, and thank you very much for being here. And now